Hello everyone. With the recent news of the tragic passing of legendary manga artist Akira Toriyama, I wanted my next retro anime review to be on an animation based on one of his works. And because I always like to try to shine light on some of the lesser known animations whenever I can, instead of talking about Dragon Ball or one of his more popular works, I'm going to be talking about an OVA based on a short 3-part manga by Akira Toriyama called Chokin Senshi Cashman. This is a very short 15-minute OVA produced by Toei in 1997. It was based off of a 3-chapter manga released in December of 1990 to 1991 in the V-Jump manga magazine. The manga is about an alien police officer named Giora who crash lands in a spaceship on Earth while pursuing alien criminals. When he crash lands on Earth, he accidentally kills a lazy police officer named Chapat. Giora's spaceship uses gold for fuel, so he fuses with Chapat and takes over his place as a police officer in the town and fights crime as Cashman in order to save up money and acquire gold in order to power his spaceship and be able to return home. Most of the backstory is not actually shown in the OVA. It just picks up in the middle of things and only referencing that he needs gold in order to return to his home planet. Most of the runtime of the OVA has Cashman going up against 2 aliens who come to Earth and rob a bank in his town in order to steal gold to power their own ship. And then Cashman goes after them in order to gain a reward, as the manager of the bank promises him half of the gold if he's able to recover it. If you read the manga, these 2 aliens are actually the same 2 aliens that Giora is pursuing at the beginning of the manga, which caused him to crash land on Earth. This is a very short OVA, but it is definitely fun and it's totally worth watching, especially if you're a fan of Akira Toriyama's works. It's short and simple, but it's entertaining and definitely brings across the charm that many of Akira Toriyama's works have. The visuals of this OVA are definitely in that distinct Akira Toriyama style. The setting and character design has a look that is extremely similar to Dragon Ball Z. The aliens in the series, and even Cashman himself, look like they could come straight out of Dragon Ball Z. Cashman has a design that is very similar to Frieza or Cooler's 4th form, which makes sense considering Akira Toriyama was working on Dragon Ball's Frieza arc during the time that he wrote Chokin Senshi Cashman. Chapat has a blue-haired, gold-digging girlfriend named Shampur, whose look is really reminiscent of Bulma, and Chapat himself almost kind of looks like Gohan during that arc where he goes to the city and is acting as Great Saiyaman, fighting crime and doing these poses that Cashman also does. And the architecture in the city is that classic style that you see in Dragon Ball Z and like West City, where you have the circular shaped buildings. And the OVA definitely has that classic Akira Toriyama humor that you see in the earlier parts of Dragon Ball, especially, or Dr. Slump, where you get some dirty humor and some slapstick type comedy in there. Overall, it's a fun OVA. It probably would have been a little bit better if they really adapted the full story. The 15-minute runtime is just too short to really bring out a complete story that feels like a complete product. But it's a nice look into one of Akira Toriyama's other manga works that has kind of been forgotten to time. Another good short OVA that was made around the same time is Go-Go Ackman, which is about a young vampire who sets out trying to harvest souls while an angel tries to stop him and fails miserably while doing so, usually resulting in the death of the innocent people around him and Ackman being able to harvest their souls easier. It was made a few years earlier in 1994, but it's also another short 15-minute OVA based off of one of Akira Toriyama's short manga that's also very entertaining and has a signature style of humor and comedy and character design. I'm also looking forward to the new Sandland adaptation that's coming out soon. I really enjoyed the manga, so I'm really looking forward to this adaptation of it. Akira Toriyama was one of the all-time legends of his craft. His works had a huge impact on me personally, and there's a good chance I wouldn't be here making videos talking about anime had it not been for him and the things that he created having such an impact on me as a child. His works had such an incredible impact all around the world, not just in Japan, but bringing attention to anime and manga internationally in all different countries and from all different backgrounds. So many people around the world became fans of anime and manga by having their hearts and imaginations captured by Akira Toriyama's works. Whether it was through his manga works, the Dragon Ball anime, or his iconic character design in the Dragon Quest video games, Akira Toriyama, the things he created, and the impact that they had on the people that enjoyed them will never be forgotten.